Hey everybody, KC here. So a lot of businesses have had a tough 2020, and but near the top of the list has got to be the business called Quibi that was started by Jeffrey Katzenberg, formerly of DreamWorks and Disney, and Meg Whitman, formerly of Hewlett Packard. Because Quibi was basically designed to create these little 5 to 10 minute video pieces, sometimes fiction, sometimes nonfiction, that you would watch on your smartphone. Right? And the idea is that they would create all these little episodes and that people would subscribe, basically pay $4.99 a month if they were okay with commercials, $7.99 a month if they wanted to watch it without commercials. And they basically wanted to appeal to people's lack of attention span and the fact that people are really, really mobile, because you could really only watch it on a smartphone. And basically, they got $1.75 billion in investment capital put into the business. That's a lot of money. Some of it from Alibaba. A bunch of studios put money into the business. And they made production deals with people ranging from Steven Spielberg to The Rock to create all these little series, right? Well, and they've been in business for about 6 months. And yesterday they announced they're pulling the plug. They tried to sell the company. Couldn't sell it, so they decided to shut the thing down so they could return about $350 million in capital back to some of the investors. Everybody's clearly not going to make their money back, but they're going to try and make give some people at least a taste of what they put into it. And boy, talk about bad timing, right? Because one of the complaints about Quibi is you could only watch it on your smartphone, right? And for the last 6 months, everybody's been at home, right? So people wanted to watch things on their televisions, and there was no television app, and they were unable to adapt quickly enough to be able to help the business survive. And listen, it may in fact be a good idea, and it may be that a year, 2, 3 years from now, the idea of these little short bites that you'd watch on your smartphone, may come back. In fact, the little short bites may be perfectly appropriate, and somebody will maybe buy some of the things that have been produced and put them on other kinds of streaming services. Anything's possible. But here's the deal: you have to have good timing, you have to have money, and you have to have a good idea. And if you don't have all three, it's probably not going to work. And unfortunately, we know they didn't have one of the three, and that was the timing. Fascinating story. It talks to how the world is changing. It's important to innovate, but sometimes you have to have luck going with you as well. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.